So much destruction. All because Rachel got angry at her dad, who's been lying to her all her life. And he's still lying.
Hey, being a dad's tough.
That doesn't justify what he's done.
I'm just saying, I'd probably do anything to keep you safe.
Hey, Dad?
Yeah?
Did you ever lie to me? I don't mean telling me that ashtray I made for Mom wasn't a piece of crap. I mean, like, really lied about something that might hurt me to know.
What do you think?
I don't know. Although I agree with William. I'd do anything to keep you safe, Chloe. Who thinks? Because later mentions it at the end. No, Chloe mentions it at the end of the first game about Rachel being the storm. What if Rachel's spirit is what caused the storm? What if, this is just going off that line about William doing anything to keep Chloe safe. What if William's behind Max's rewind power? Just something that I thought about once when I was playing through this part of the game. Anyway, what were we talking about? Everybody lies, no exceptions.
I suppose everyone lies about big things. I mean, the stuff Mom doesn't know about me. So, you probably lied too.
Would you love me less?
No. What kind of question's that? Of course not.
Of course not.
You sound pretty sure, sweetheart. You were pretty sure Mom would never fall in love with someone like David, too. Are you really ready to hear the answer to your question?
Yeah, I'm ready. Tell me.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Problem is, I'm dead. So how am I supposed to tell you anything?
Is William a big Batman fan? He's just done his Batman impression of wait until you turn your back and then disappearing. And then in episode 2 when he does his best Two-Face impression in that dream. Or nightmare, I suppose. I wish you'd told me.
I wish you'd told me. When you could have.
You don't like the perfect relationship we had?
I wish you'd lived long enough for us to fuck it up.
Oh, turn that off. No.
No word. My ride, my tunes.
Damn straight. That's better.
Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel? Am I crazy?
Hella crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
Nah. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real. Shit. Is that blood? Frank? Frank! Shit, this is bad. I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help Rachel's mom.
Don't worry, Chloe. Frank's gonna be okay. For now, at least. Damn, this place looks even worse than the first time we were here. I guess that's what fire does. I don't think we're going to be able to climb those stairs. I love this music.
Frank's couch is toast.
What, put some butter on it then? Oh no, the picture went. Hey, the deer survived.
Where's the homicidal drug dealer, Spooky Deerhead?
Somewhere around here. Don't mess with Dame Merrick. Slimy.
Don't tell me what to do.
Just slimy.
Glad to see the bong made it.
Whoa! The bong made it.
No more beer. No more time. I've got to keep moving. A knife might not be a bad idea. Never thought I'd have to say that.
Well, let's take it. A gun would probably be better though. Could just sneak up on him, find him, sneak up, and then just blast him with it.
Sarah's got to be in here somewhere.
Yeah, I know, Chloe. Let's go. Whose phone's that? Haha, Sheldon's. Yeah, fuck you. You gotta believe me. I'm not a goddamn snitch. Who the fuck told you that? I did. Don't mess with Chloe. There will be consequences if you do.
No.
Shh. Everything's going to be just fine.
Not for you,
Just a
Damon.
little longer, and all your troubles are going bye-bye.
What the fuck?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does he...
Daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know. The mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to...
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture, so that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
James Amber doesn't know about that conversation, that texting conversation.
After all, no one believes a junkie.
No.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
You can do this. Damon.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm bringing you money. And I'm gonna stab you.
I'm got the money right here. Your money. Want it?
How the fuck? Ah!
Well, you just doomed yourself. Leave Chloe alone.
Talking's over.
Leave her alone.
Shut up. What the fuck? You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
I'm just trying to help.
Get away from her.
Damn right, Sarah.
I said
Kill him.
Shut the fuck up!
And I said fucking die.
One stupid, crazy bitch. Should have never got mixed up in this shit. The DA's family, an out-of-town junkie, and now high school girls. What a fucking mess. It's okay. A girl's first time should be special.
No.
Not so tough now, are you?
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Go to hell.
That's the spirit.
Hey, you touch her again, and I'll kill you.
Is that so?
Yes.
Try me.
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Run.
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank.
You don't really want to do this again, do you? Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
Oh, Frank, fucking kill him.
Sarah. Rachel. Your daughter. She. Sarah?
Chloe Price.
You know my name? Where's Frank? Did he... Has he made Damon... Has he killed him slowly?
Where's Frank? Where's Damon?
Your friend, Frank, took care of Damon.
Heck yes.
You don't need to worry about them right now. Sit.
Sarah. Are you okay?
We need to talk about what happened.
I am so sorry.
Rachel can never know.
Know about what?
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did. Hiring that thug. Shooting me up with...
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that
Rachel can never know.
Why? That's bullshit.
That's
bullshit, Sarah. You're not listening.
Rachel deserves to know what happened to you.
No, she doesn't. Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him. Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
She deserves the truth. Why aren't people more honest with each other? She deserves the truth, and she deserves to meet you.
And just what is James protecting her from? You? She wants to meet you, Sarah.
No, she doesn't. She wants to meet her mother. I can never be that for her.
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
Who the fuck isn't? Who the fuck isn't broken? You can be broken and strong at the same time. Everybody's broken.
Everybody's broken, Sarah.
Oh? Does everybody abandon their own child for 15 years? Does everybody take money to stay away?
You're here now. That's what matters.
What do you know?
I know Rachel needs you. I know loss.
Did you doing all that, like when she was a baby and that, all that stuff that as she's growing up and staying away? You can't change the past, Sarah. You've got yourself cleaned up for, what was it, a year? You've been clean. You've been away from all the drugs. You're stable. You you can look after yourself, is what I mean. Saying you're stable. You came here to meet Rachel. Rachel wants to meet you. Rachel wants to know the truth. It's not too late. You're not going to have the same relationship you would have had, but maybe you can have some kind of relationship. Yeah, Chloe, we do know a loss.
I lost my father 2 years ago.
How?
Car accident. He was picking up my mother from the grocery store, and a truck ran a red light, and that was it.
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
Because it's a selfish thing to do. Yeah, you feel good about yourself. What about all the people that care for you, that care about you, that you care for? And what happened the last time you got mixed up in all this? You lost Rachel. James took her away from you. You've not been a part. Well, Rachel didn't even know you existed until a day ago. Do you really want to sink back into that? You don't need the drugs, but Rachel needs you.
I I don't know anything about addiction, but I know what it's like to be needed by someone. It gives you strength you never knew you had. Rachel needs you.
Rachel needs her family.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. That something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
Perfect, eh? They're far from perfect. Also, Chloe and describing how she feels about describing Rachel's life, that's pretty much how I'd describe Chloe. But yeah, the family, they're far from perfect. I thought my dad was perfect.
I used to think my dad was perfect. But now I realize he was probably just as messed up as everyone. And it doesn't make me love him any less.
That's a nice thought.
It's true.
What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
It's
deserve...
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel. Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that, don't you? You lost your father. Do you really want to put Rachel through that?
I'm not going to lie to her. Remember your letter? What was it? The worst mistake you ever made was losing Rachel. Do you really want to repeat your worst ever mistake? Don't you want to see her anymore?
Don't you want to see her? You came here for it. You got sober. You deserve the chance to know your daughter.
Nothing can change the mistakes I made. I'll never get to be Rachel's mother. Not really. But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do.
Meet her.
Let me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can without me.
Wait.
Don't leave. Just meet your daughter. I'll let you're gonna leave anyway, but just know when you're not there, I'll take care of Rachel to the best of my ability.
I'll take care of her, you know.
I believe you. Goodbye, Chloe.
There's those last two words. I could never say those two. I could never say goodbye to Chloe. So we're heading back to the hospital now. But I do want to leave the journal because I haven't kept up with it. So Chloe, while you're just psyching yourself up ready to tell Rachel all this information, let's catch up on the journal. Although I have already read that one. Page 23. You ever notice how people in hospitals are always whispering? I think it's because hearing our own voices makes everything feel much more real. Somehow, like writing it down. She says while in a hospital and writing in a journal. Weird how only a few hours ago I was the one bringing something broken back to life. I almost can't believe I was able to fix up the truck. It's a good job you did, Chloe. I took it for a joyride around the junkyard before Rachel showed up. We chatted for a bit, then shit got crazy. And by crazy, I mean Damon Merrick, a psychopath who's super interested in Rachel's bio mom and dad for some reason. Probably because her dad's the DA and wants to, I don't know. What does he actually want done to Sarah? Injected with the drugs so that so they'll just think she's just some junkie. Don't side with her. Just like common scum or something. He and Frank arrived demanding to know what we were doing. Before we could figure out why, he pulled out a knife and stabbed Rachel. I might have been able to stop him if I acted quicker, but I just froze. If it weren't for Frank. A blazing car ride later and I'm here at the hospital, wishing I could make myself believe this isn't really real. P.S. I hope Frank's okay. Chloe, they're much too real. I don't think you can know how you feel about someone until you almost lose them. Till you sit in a hospital waiting room, frozen in place, yet somehow falling, silently, desperately, pleading to hear their voice, touch their hand, make them laugh. Then you know. It was weird being with Rachel's dad, and actually kinda nice. We were on the same team, suddenly, and none of the other shit mattered. I think I can see why Rachel loves him. Yeah, I can. I just can also see why she should hate him. Of course, she doesn't know that yet. Got to check in on Drew, spend some time with him and Mikey. I even cheered Drew by stealing his pudding. Win-win. Heck yeah. Cheer Drew up and get pudding? What's not to like? Other than Drew being in the hospital in the first place, but that wasn't our fault. After what felt like forever, Rachel woke up. Even with everything that's happened, she's still focused on finding her mother, so I am too. Here's the plan. I'm going to dig around James's office, find whatever I can about her, and track her down, so they can meet. I don't care how tough it might be. Chloe, the bounty hunter. I'm starting to think that lying is contagious. One lie leads to another, and before you know it, there's an epidemic. Case in point, Rachel's dad. Remember when I told you all about how he lied to Rachel, but then the truth about her mum came out? Yeah, about that. guess the hardcore security should have tipped me off. I managed to break into his desk. That's when the lies started to pour out. I found letters from Sarah to Rachel. Letters James never showed her. Never mentioned. And the checks James has been sending to Sarah? Bullshit. She's been sending them back. This lying asshole has even been working with Damon fucking Merrick of all people. Because he's an idiot. How did he actually think that was going to go? Oh, I'll work with Arcadia Bay's biggest scumbag. As a district attorney. Someone in law working with the lawless. Once this job's done, Damon's just gonna keep blackmailing. Who else is there? Damon and Frank, I think, are the top criminals in Arcadia Bay, aren't they? So how's he gonna get rid of Damon? How's he gonna stop Damon from blackmailing James into, if he needs money or needs protection or getting out of jail or whatever? It best be thanking Frank for getting rid of Damon for him. But where did I... Oh yeah, forgot how far I'd actually led then. I had to lie too, by pretending to be James. It was crazy. I burnt actual evidence, which means I should probably burn this journal too. I'm glad you didn't, Chloe. I didn't let it yet. Then I let out one of the skivvy guy who asked me at the fireworks show. Serves him right. Damn straight. You mess with Chloe, you get messed up. Finally, I found a stack of money that Damon's been waiting for James to give him in exchange for hurting Sarah, I think. How can people be so fucked up? I almost wish I could forget everything I found today. Almost. Because now I know where Sarah is, and nothing will stop me from getting to her. Chloe, liar of lies. Yeah, James is such an idiot. Although, with Frank killing Damon, and Chloe knows about it, it does make you think, how is Frank not nice to Chloe in the first game? Because she could just as easily go to the cops and just say, hey, you want to arrest Frank, he killed somebody. Hey, blackmail works both ways. You know that poem that goes like, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice, and fire is supposed to be desire and ice is supposed to be hatred. Yeah, put me down for one of each. What poem is that? Burning desire and frozen hatred? I don't know. Elliot followed me. Elliot followed me to Rachel's house. Turns out he's been, I don't know, watching me. Or at least paying close attention to what I've been up to with Rachel. And he does not approve. I honestly had no idea Elliot had this side to him. He certainly hates Rachel. At one point he literally refused to let me leave till I saw the truth. Yeah, the one person who actually demands someone see the truth, it isn't the truth. He was psycho rage angry. I was afraid. And I also didn't have time to talk to him. So I got the bright idea to secretly call 911 when he wasn't looking. And it actually worked. I was able to tip the cops off to what was happening. Then when they showed up, I ran off. Poor Elliot. Poor Elliot will have to answer to them. But also, fuck him. Truth is, I almost feel bad for Elliot. He made the terrible decision to become obsessed with me. I just have way more important shit to deal with right now. Chloe, a Vader of Clepos. You know, just because you're crushing on somebody and so in love with somebody doesn't mean you have to be a stalker. Take Warren. He was in love with Max, but he didn't turn into a creepy stalker plague. Even if you don't go along, don't lead him on. It might stay a bit bitter for a while, but it's still okay. So that thin line between real life and dream life I've been telling you about, I think it just disappeared. I saw my dad again, but this time I was awake. At least I think I was. One moment I was speeding along in my truck, and the next moment I was standing in a burnt out forest talking to my dad. I wanted to know if he'd ever lied to me, the way James did to Rachel, but he couldn't tell me. I suppose that's one advantage dead people have over us. If dreams can blend with reality, then I guess nightmares can too. That's exactly what the mill feels like now. Flank's RV is here, smeared with blood. I really hope Flank's okay, but I have to get to Rachel's mum. I don't know what I'll find, but I have to. For Rachel. Chloe the Unreal. Saying that the mill feels like a nightmare now. That's exactly what American Lust feels like after episode 4. No. Amount of times I walked over that section. Didn't even think what could be there. What could be around there. Spent half an hour running around American Lust trying to find that 5th bottle. Thanks for that one, Chloe. I failed. I was unable to save Rachel's mum. Instead, I had to watch Damon Merrick stab a heroin needle into her neck. See the colour drain from her face, the hope from her eyes. There was nothing I could do about it. I should probably be dead, but Frank showed up, attacked Damon, if you can believe. I don't know what happened after that. I got knocked out and woke up to find Sarah sitting there. Yeah, see, that's another one. Damon, you harmed Chloe. Now you're dead. She seemed desperate to talk to me, but she didn't want to talk about Rachel or meeting her. She only cared about one thing: convincing me to lie to Rachel about her dad and pretend I never found her. I desperately tried to change her mind, to tell her that Rachel needs her. I told her how wonderful Rachel is and how everyone deserves love, but she still walked away in the end. And now I have to decide what to tell Rachel. What would you do, Max? You can't answer, I know. You don't exist. You're a lie I've used to avoid reality, to keep living in the past. And maybe that's okay, but I don't think I want to live in the past anymore. I want to be in the present with Rachel, no matter what happens next. Goodbye, Max. Chloe. It's never goodbye, Chloe. You're just taking a break. You're thinking that when Max left, that was when you needed it most. But she'll be there when you do actually need her the most. When you need someone there, she'll be there. Just listen out for the alarm bells. back to the hospital. Go see Rachel.
Hello?
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later.
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
We need more than a minute.
Hey, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
Did James put this music on? Because he knows that he's got flaws.
How are you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a 6 scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Chloe, you said it wrong.
We never actually escaped. Did we? We've got time. All the time in the world.
Why?
So, how did everything go?
Yeah, we're gonna need more than the minute that you asked for.
Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
I could protect Rachel from the truth. But I think we've learnt by now that you can try and protect people, but they never are fully protected. Also, I don't want to lie to her, so Chloe, gotta tell Rachel everything.
jump that 43. Are you wild like me? Raised by wolves and other beasts. Tell you all the time, I'm not bad. You tell me all the time, I got plans. Oh, jump that 43. Are you wild like me? Raised by wolves and other beasts. I tell you all the time, I'm not mad. You tell me all the time, I got plans.
What an awesome montage at the end there. All that. What a great song as well. Wolf Alice is awesome. Thank this game for introducing me to them. I know people don't like. There's people who don't like this episode, but if there's one thing going for it, it's the soundtrack. I think this episode's got the best music on it of all three of them. And yet my favourite song in this game is yet to come. I'm talking about the farewell episode. Oh, mind you, all the episodes, all the music in the episodes is really good. The story of the game is good and everything. I just love the Life is Strange games. Although there is still some questions that aren't answered in this game, like what leads to what happens in the first game, and that with Rachel and that, how does she end up in the dark room and everything, and how does she end up with Frank and all that. And if they did another prequel, another one around Rachel and Chloe and Rachel, then I'd love that. If they did one maybe with Max in Seattle, I'd love that too. I just want more Life is Strange. And it'll introduce me to even more music. I know I'm going on about the soundtracks for the Life is Strange games and that. Before I played the first game, I didn't like music. Just all the mainstream stuff that's all popular and that, and it just felt like more of the same. But when I played the first game, and I just liked the soundtrack and all the music and songs and that in it were just so good. It actually made me love music again. And as much as the soundtrack of the first game brought me back into liking music, I think the soundtrack's better. It's better than Before the Storm. And I know I've talked a lot about Sarah and and James and their situation with her being addicted. The reason I was speaking about that is because there's somebody I know who is an addict. Not drugs, but drink. I'm not like gonna say too much about it, but I'm just although that's happened since I first played this game. I just thought I'd say it. So that's why I'm maybe talking more about that, because I know the consequences. I understand more about how it affects the person who's taking drugs or drinking, and how it affects all the people around them. There's all the songs, additional license sites. Yep, they're all. That one's awesome. Yep, that one's awesome. I think all them. I think Wolf Alice is probably the best. Blows is probably one of my favourites. Probably because it's not completely depressing. It actually makes me feel a bit happier. Not like most of like Daughter's stuff and stuff. Not saying that that's bad. Not saying that like the rest of the soundtrack's bad or anything, but sometimes you just need a bit of positivity. Especially this year. Especially in 2020. It's not been the greatest year. Damn, I must have been talking for quite a while. The music's disappeared. We've run out of music to play in the credits. Yeah, they did a really good job. Oh no, they went. Oh no, not this song, no. Not William's song. There we go. I didn't play for very long. Yeah, even 49% of people told Rachel the truth. I'm surprised that that's not. I would have thought that would have been the majority choice. Especially seeing it as that's what I think Chloe would do. I think Max mentions it in the first game. I think it's in episode 5. She writes it in a journal. It's after you've got the photo from Warren, and she's telling Chloe about everything that's happened that she doesn't know about, and that, and she writes in the journal about it's difficult trying to get Chloe to understand stuff that only Max knows herself, that Chloe doesn't know anything about. But she says that the one thing Chloe respects most is honesty. I just don't see how why she'd then not be honest with Rachel. Also, you got to suspect that she still wants to be honest. Honest, the truth's not done her any favours in life, has it? William dies, Max leaves, David moves in. Fuck that guy. She loses trust with Joyce because Chloe and David are always at each other's throats, always fighting with each other. And I guess she just, well, she obviously loves David. That much is obvious. Man, if you're in Joyce's position, would you trust? You wouldn't. Chloe's not perfect with all her decisions. I can see why Joyce wouldn't trust her as much. I just wish she'd maybe I just think she'd take Chloe's side more than she does in this game when it comes to David and that. All that when David's like, oh, can we start over and that, and start over and that, but you just know, well, I can agree to him, but it's the prequel problem. You know what? You know that they don't start over and they don't start getting along. Damn it, not a lot of people rejected David's photograph. I can see why, but also, no. No, I can't be nice to David. Especially not in this game. Well, it's not a... I was going to say he's not a good person, but it's not bad, he's just... I don't know. He's not a bad person, he just treats people bad. If that makes sense. Well, the other choices, killed the plant with soda, 76%. I didn't do that the first time I played this game because I didn't even notice there was a plant. And 62% of us didn't have to lose money at the start of the episode, start of the day. That's because we returned. Is that how many people returned it to him? Returned Sue's money to him. 62%. Where is it? You returned Sue's 30%. Ah, right, yeah. Wait, that doesn't match up. Wait, hang on. See, oh yeah, it does. Just don't ignore that. I can't count. I can't count percentages. You spared with Sue over pudding 27%. Damn, 2% of people didn't visit the nurse in the hospital. What the heck? 12% of people played tabletop with Mikey. That must be, is that if you give Damon the money? Because I think Mikey gets hurt then, doesn't he? So maybe you play tabletop with Mikey instead of spelling over pudding with Drew. I don't know. I've never picked that option. No, well, I was just going to say I'm not going to give Damon the money, but I kind of did that. Because I didn't know Zoe I wasn't really paying attention to Zoe quite as much as maybe I should have been. So I was just like, alright, this guy's kind of a bully. Take this money, thank Tom to do his job, so I'm going to do it. And I thought, because you get to give him the money, I thought, is he just going to be really pissed off at me? And is that going to be a bad choice? You didn't donate to the firefighters fund, 96%. Well, we don't know that's an option. Like this is all first playthrough choices, I think, aren't they? Does it only record your first playthroughs? I don't know how it records your stats. In Life is Strange games or in any choice games. 51% convinced Damon that Sheldon was the snitch. I don't think he is, actually. It's is it? Oh, which one's the bouncer? Is it Thunder or Gerald? I don't know, it's one of them. I think it's the bouncer because he's the one outside, and I think is it the guy that's Damon's fighting with or arguing with right at the beginning. I think that's the guy that gets assaulted. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about this, so this is kind of just me figuring stuff out. Yeah, no, I'm kind of slow with stuff. Yeah, 51% of people convinced Damon that Sheldon was the snitch. Which is good. You mess with Chloe, you get dealt with. And 30% of people got Rachel to meet her mother. And that's a... I was so stressing during that conversation with Sarah because you have to pick all the right options. Either pick all the right options to get that outcome, or if you ask for Rachel's bracelet in episode 2, which not many people did that because the kiss is an option. You can ask for Rachel's bracelet, she'll give you that, and then at the end of that scene you can give Sarah the bracelet, and then she brings it. Well, it plays out the same as this outcome did up by the lighthouse. I remember to see what happened with that, and when I was playing for different choices. I can't remember if she actually has the bracelet on. I think she does have the bracelet on. She might, I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, we've gone through all the choices, and we've got Farewell coming up next. Hey, there's where all the photos are. They're the ones you see in as Max, isn't it? I didn't need to see that. I don't need to see that. No. Subtle, Deck 9. Subtle. Want more Life is Strange? Yes, I do. I'm not talking about Farewell. I want more Max and Chloe and Rachel adventures. But it's Farewell. That's next up. But until then, it's goodbye for now from me, Chloe, Rachel, and Max. Goodbye for now.